Hi, my name is Niiki Hakala, and I'm the 5th through 12th grade band director for the Hustisford School District in Hustisford, Wisconsin. I am here to present all the Google Docs, Sheets, Forms, Drawings, /Maps, Slides, Gmail, and overall Google Plus features that I use to create a Solo Ensemble resource for my students and myself. Solo Ensemble is definitely the most organizationally challenging time of my year, so it seemed obvious to me that using the Google Plus resources would be an efficient way to make things easier for myself and my students. I'm now going to share with you the different resources I created using the various Google apps. So here is my Solo Ensemble folder that I can share with my students, as well as their parents and my music department coworker. For the purposes of this project alone, I created an email subfolder, but that folder wouldn't actually be included in what I would share with others. In this email folder, I have screenshots of how I can use Gmail in my Solo and Ensemble organization. This first screenshot shows how I created a filter for communication from the Deerfield High School band director, who hosts our Solo and Ensemble Festival. Any emails I receive from him will automatically be filtered into a separate folder. The next screenshot is of a contact group I created, comprised of just those students participating in Solo and Ensemble. This way I can send these specific students updates and reminders without spamming the rest of my kids who are not participating in the festival. I've blurred out the actual student email addresses for privacy reasons. In my information folder, I've included all the information that gets sent to me by our district host. The map that is shared with all the schools is already labeled with specific site numbers and other room information. But by using the Google Drawing app, I made it a bit more specific by including directions to our homeroom, which is the gym, marked the band performance sites by instrumentation, indicated where final results would be posted, and also marked walking paths to these specific locations. The rest of the documents in this folder are PDFs of what equipment is provided by our school host, our school's schedule of events, maps to Deerfield High School, and a festival master schedule. Because I have all this information shared in Google Drive, if our schedule gets changed at all, I can update it here without having to print out new copies for my students. Inside my lesson folder, I created a weekly lesson schedule using Google Sheets. I can share this link with my students so they can sign up for any open lesson times I have available. Only the yellow cells are editable, so students can't sign up for when I'm teaching a class. At the bottom, there are different tabs for the different weeks. If needed, I can share this lesson schedule with parents as well. The next folder is labeled Ms. Hakala, because this folder will not be shared with students or parents. This is for my own organization. I created a Google Sheets document for keeping track of who is riding the bus to and from Solo Ensemble. I can share this with my district's choir teacher, so there's no confusion over if our shared students turned in their permission slips. The other item I have in this folder is a Google Doc of the specific Solo Ensemble entries I need to register my students for. I have it separated into junior high and high school, listing the event number, the book used and/or the title of the pieces, and the students' names. My recordings folder is probably the most valuable asset I can share with my students. Once everyone has selected what pieces they're going to perform, I try and find quality recordings for them to listen to. If I can't find a particular recording, I will often record one myself. This is especially useful to my younger students who need to hear what their final results should ideally sound like. Here's an example.
1, 2, 1, 2.
I have also included a subfolder for accompaniments. Students may practice with these. I also created a YouTube subfolder with a link to a Solo Ensemble playlist on my YouTube account. This is a playlist of often played solo and ensemble pieces, but not necessarily specific pieces that my students are performing that year. It's a good resource to help students in choosing what pieces they might want to play. Now, obviously, I'm going out of order for my presentation today, but another folder I've created is a sign-up folder. In this folder, I have two separate Google Sheets. One is for students to sign up for large ensembles, and one is for students to sign up for solos and or small ensembles. Both files I've created have tabs at the bottom for students to navigate to their preferred ensemble. Only the empty cells are editable. The top two rows are not. In this shared solo and ensemble folder, I have also included a PDF of blank judging sheets. I like to include this information for the students so they can see exactly what they will be evaluated on during their performance. I also have a Google Doc of the permission slip that I physically hand out to the students. This is good for those parents that have children that tend to lose paper handouts. Unfortunately, this doc would still need to be printed at home and physically returned to school because my school district requires a handwritten parent signature for all field trips. The only Google form I have created for my solo and ensemble students is an introduction form. This is a place for students to think ahead and prepare what they're going to say to the judge right before they perform. It also gives me a chance to preview what they're going to say, so I can help them edit their introductions if needed. My final shared item is an all-encompassing informational slideshow. I can share this Google Slides presentation in class with all my students before solo and ensemble time to hopefully answer any questions they might have. It's also a valuable resource for students to refer back to during the entire preparation process. Not only does this Google presentation have all the information students and parents need to know in one place, but I've included many hyperlinks back to the files and folders I previously shared today. As you can see, the first slide includes the dates for both the district and state festival. The next slide has event sign-up information, including a link to the Google Sheets files that I previously shared. Look familiar? The rehearsal slide has information on how to sign up for lesson times, also including a link to the Google Sheets sign-up page, screenshotted here. The recording slide includes not only a link to the shared Google folder, but screenshot images showing the recordings folder and my YouTube playlist. This slide shows the students a sample judging sheet and a link to find their specific events sheet. Right here. The permission slip slide is a visual reminder for students to get their slips turned in. Also included is a link to the Google Docs online version, pretty much for parents. The introduction slide provides students the information about the required introductions. There's also a link to the Google form if the students choose to go that route. The next slide is very valuable as it is linked to the shared Google folder that contains the most up-to-date performance schedules, as well as maps to and around the district Solo Ensemble site. So students click this link. Oh, go back. And here's that folder that had all the information, including the most up-to-date schedule. The next few slides are full of general information that students will need to know. Any faces I've used have been blurred out in this video for privacy reasons. This slide is yet another visual reminder of the layout of our building, of our performance building. I've included the image of the map that I earlier modified with the Google drawing. The next 4 slides are more general information slides. The final slide of this Google presentation is the master link to all of the shared Google folders, recordings, docs, sheets, PDFs, forms, maps, and slides. It also has my contact information listed for parents. And here we are back to the master folder with all the information. Now that I've created all these online resources, I hope that I can take away some of the organizational stress and confusion that can sometimes come with preparing for a solo and ensemble festival. Now, if there were only a Google app to help the kids practice and prepare and learn their music. Well, thanks for watching. Here's to another great school year. Bye.